So Class 3 again over the 1650. Maldives heads the field. Unlucky last time out. He's been very consistent this season, though, without winning. 6 minor placings for his 9 starts. Crossfitters a 2-time winner. They've been at Sha Tin. On point, his 3 wins will come at Sha Tin as well over the 1400 metres. Through Gift of Lifeline, it was a good third to Mike Static last time out. The Hulk, who was behind Escape Route last time. Nimble Nimbus comes up in class for a very impressive, almost 5 lengths last time, course and distance. Win-Win Fighter up in class as well. Smoothies and Doctor winning close to a class drop. He might find himself a little bit happier down in grades. His 2 wins have been in a lower class. We start off, though, again with the speed map here, Mark, for the last. Good tempo we're suggesting again in the early stages. Nimble Nimbus maybe out in front.
Yeah, coming up in grade, Andrew, as you said, after he demolished them by 5 lengths in that race on the 11th of May. On Point's going to follow him. He goes to the 1650 for the first time. We've got Viva Hunter, he's up outside the leader. Win-Win Fighters, another last start winner. He's coming up in grade also. We go back through the field. Crossfitters down on the rail from the good draw. Doctor winning on a 7-day backup, Paul. Viva Hunter, though, he's outside the speed, but gee, made a miss at the start last time.
Yeah, he was at the back last time, wasn't he, after he hopped up after the start. But look, he's been pretty reliable before that, so that's why he should go forward as he normally does. Smoothies, now they rode him a place forward last time and that didn't work, so I think they'll probably go back a bit with him.
OK, it looks like from that most people find their spot in the early stages. We've got a little bit to get through here as far as replays are concerned. We'll start off, though, with Zach Purton. He'll be jumping on board On Point.
Zach On Point will make his Happy Valley debut on Wednesday night. He's a very consistent horse, isn't he?
Yeah, he has been. He continues to turn up and run well. The valley might suit him, a shorter straight. He tends to accelerate and show a turn of foot and then quickly hits a wall and flattens out. So it could help him, and he doesn't always change his leg either, and Happy Valley is a great track at getting them to do that. You know, they really have to learn how to do all the little things right to get around there properly. So if anything, he's going to learn something from the experience anyway. He's
had a couple of goes around there in trials. I mean, I think his first trial you rode him, and he actually ran, I think, 5th or 4th behind a certain Romantic Warrior, so that's aged quite well.
Yeah, I remember that trial clearly because he wanted to hang in quite badly around the corner and all but took a couple of witches' hats out, and then was a bit one-paced in the straight, obviously, because he was looking for a little bit further and wasn't ready at the time. A lot of Frankies go to their first trials well underdone, so he's come a long way since then. And he's been around the track, so he knows it to a certain degree, but it's going to be different in a race.
Do you think the extra trip's going to suit him as well? He is up to 1650 now.
I can't see it being a problem. You know, he's got good speed, he put himself on pace, and then he's just got to try and kick off the bend, and hopefully he can change that leg and continue a strong run to the line.
And just on sort of the way he does race, I mean, the ground last time was obviously on the easier side, as it has been for a few meetings recently. Was that a help or a hindrance to him in your mind?
Oh, I can't say it was a hindrance, but he didn't love it, but he got through it.
I mean, his form obviously is very good. Obviously, Galaxy Witness, the horse that beat him last time, we know he's pretty handy. So, I mean, he does come here with solid form claims.
He does. He's just got to turn up in the same shape that he has been. And not only is he a consistent horse, but Frankie continues to turn his runners out in consistent fashion as well. So, you know, I'm sure he's going to run well, and hopefully he's going to be there.
Well, if he gets down to the fence, it might help him. Witches' hats as well, for anyone who grew up in my part of the world, traffic cones. Yep. But we almost saw that there on the trial. He's trained, Mark, by Frankie Law, who still leads the Trainers' Championship. He's got a 2-win lead over John Sizer at the moment. Just the 4 runners, though, on Wednesday night.
There are 4 runners that are all a chance. So Andrew Oscar Glory with an easy run can figure. Gorgeous Vitality, so good last time. Lucky Archangel Paul is a horse that's been good to you in the past. And On Point has had another trial at Happy Valley since the one we saw, and he actually trialled quite well around the valley, so there shouldn't be an issue with him on the smaller circuit.
No, definitely, yeah, and Gorgeous Vitality was impressive, like when he won last time. So, Lucky Archangel, just the draw put me off him, but the rest, I've got them all in. I think they're all good chances.
John Sizer's got a couple more runners, Paul, but there might be a winner or 2 in there, isn't there?
Well, Shining Fortune was a really good run from him, and he keeps improving. Escape Route's won recently. Pink Light Galaxy's been working really well going into this race as well. So I think those 3 in particular are good chances. Doctor winning will get back from his draw.
Poor old Shining Fortune's drawn 12, so that's against him. But if he can overcome 12, he's certainly working towards his first win. And yeah, I don't mind putting High Galaxy either third up.
All right. Well, he trains Crossfitters as well. Let's have a look at him here at Happy Valley. His wins now, Mark, have come at Shartin so far, but he's right there, isn't he? Just doesn't manage to get the win here. Viva Hunter's the other one here, but he's a long way back on this occasion. So if he jumps better, he'll find himself in a better spot than that next time. Yeah,
as Paul said, he's got an excuse in this race, Viva Hunter. But Crossfit, he has won twice over the 1600 at Shartin and just the 2 goes here at Happy Valley. He was right on the cusp of going on top from the inside draw, Paul, but in the end, just thought Viva Hunter might shade him at the end as long as he jumps better. Yeah,
look, it wasn't a bad run. I mean, he's run a 5th and a 6th, and hasn't been too far away at Happy Valley. So I don't think you can say he's a horse that doesn't like Happy Valley.
All right. Now, you need to keep your eyes peeled for this one. Paul, we've got Maldives we're looking at here. He's not going to get a clear run. He's going to finish 6th eventually. The horse in front of him is Smoothies, who's going to drop back out through this as well. So keep your eyes on the top and bottom of the screen. You get the different angles, but Maldives unlucky.
Yeah, plenty of horses there, isn't there? Smoothies, they rode him closer. Didn't work. He drops out. So the one we're focusing on is Maldives. Maldives has had a few tricks in his past, but he's been consistent recently. He did thread his way through the field here. But the gap was there for him at this stage, and he managed to get through it. Yeah, I mean, you can see him finishing off strongly. He had plenty of room. Look, he didn't quite get it in, just having to carry the big weight with barrier 9.
You love the split screen, don't you?
No.
Yeah, 133 pounds. Just put me off in the end and went with a few of the lighter weighter ones, considering Maldives has 133 pounds and Crossfit, the 2, only carries 128.
All right, what about Nimble Nimbus, Mark, then? Up in class, 118 pounds. This was a soft track, mind you, but 5 lengths he put on them.
He's bolted up this night. I guess the wet track was a factor, and with the weather around Hong Kong at the moment, we could get rain again. This was in Class 4 though, Paul. He comes up with 118 on his back. As good as he was, I just want to see him do it again, upper grade.
Yeah, well, he hasn't been in this class before, so there's that query over that. But look, it was a strong win. He might have been slightly flattered by the track, but I've still included him though, because prior to that he'd been going pretty consistently as well.
OK, that was Lyle Hewitson riding that night. He's out through suspension. Last one we're going to have a look at, Paul, another horse coming up in class, that's Win Win Fighter.
Yeah, and I thought it was a good run from Win Win Fighter as well. This was his first win. He'd sort of been leading up to this win, and you can see him coming down the outside, and once he got to the front, he did run away for quite a nice win. He's up in grade now. Karis Teaton will jump aboard. Blakeson rode him on this occasion. So that was his first win from his 12 starts. He was on the cusp for me, didn't quite make it in though.
He comes back up in grade. He's had 7 starts in Class 3, yet to hit the board, but he comes back up in grade full of confidence. Just misses out.
Yeah, Blake again out through suspension on Wednesday night. Probably would have struggled at the 117 anyway. What do we like then, Paul? Crossfit 3.8. We talked about the draw. He's drawn barrier 1.
Yeah, he has drawn well. Look, I didn't quite get him in actually. I went with On Point. I just thought On Point has gone really well this season. He's a 3-time winner. And coming to Happy Valley, I just think he's a horse that's going to be suited. Viva Hunter, he clear excuses last time. Prior to that, he was very consistent around the valley. Nimble Nimbus on that strong win. And I put Gift of Lifeline just in front of Crossfit because I just like the way he finished off behind My Ecstatic last time. He looks like he's coming into a bit of form and he's quite well rated. 3, 4, 8 and 5.
Viva Hunter, if he jumps, that is the key. If he can work across up outside of On Point, he's going to be up on the speed for a long way. So, in fact, Nimble Nimbus. So, for Viva Hunter goes on top here on the win 2 starts ago where he beat Game Player Times, and he was racing so well prior to that also. Crossfit in front of On Point because he's drawn barrier 1. We saw the stats for gates 1 and 2 over the 1650 C+3 course in part 1. Ran 5th behind Loyal Baby. She's going to follow the rail, and it always opens up on the C+3. 3 On Point, very consistent horse, Zach Perkin for Frankie Law. And through the 9 in Win Win Fighter in the end, was down to him on Maldives. In the end, it did settle for Win Win Fighter off that last start win beating Jolly Honour, and he did race away to score. So 4, 2, 3 and 9 for race 9.
8 and 3, I've gone in the last. Nimble Nimbus up in class. Let's hope he can do it again. And On Point as well. I think he's a big player. Very even con. If you're wondering who's drawn barrier 2, we're talking about the inside. Well, that's the Hulk. He drew barrier 2. Casper Founds and Alfie Chan.